Fever HC exposes Caitlin Clark and company. Weakness after deflecting blame for Wings' loss. It was the kind of loss that leaves a sting. After a wild, down-to-the-wire finish against the Dallas Wings, the Indiana Fever were left searching for answers. In the post-game press conference, head coach Stephanie White offered her explanation for the collapse, but for many who watched the final chaotic seconds unfold, the real answers lay with the coach herself. And the post-game press conference, when asked about the team's disorganization and 17 turnovers, White didn't hesitate. "Well, all of our point guards are injured. I think that's the first thing," she said, referencing the absences of Caitlin Clark, Sydney Colson, and Ari McDonald. "It's tough, because point guards are the ones who get you organized." She described a team that got tunnel vision and started over-dribbling, a clear weakness exposed by the Wings' defensive pressure. But that excuse rings hollow when you look at what the same team did just 3 days earlier. In a 92-70 blowout win against the Chicago Sky, the Fever also had no true point guards. Yet, with Kelsey Mitchell and Sophie Cunningham running the offense, they looked fluid, confident, and organized. After that victory, Mitchell herself described the team's ability to overcome adversity. "I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly," she said. "We've had a lot of mishaps, but throughout the course of it all, we stay resilient. It took everybody." That resilience makes the point guard excuse for the Wings' loss feel convenient, sidestepping the real issues, the coaching decisions that actually cost them the game. The point guard excuse couldn't explain away the final 12 seconds. White herself admitted she probably should have used her final timeout earlier, a critical hesitation that killed any chance of a structured play. That misstep, combined with what critics like Jason Whitlock called questionable rotations, playing a brand-new player for 13 minutes while seeming to underutilize Lexi Hull, painted a picture of a coach who was outmaneuvered. By blaming the obvious weakness, White deflected from the decisions that ultimately sealed the Fever's fate, leaving fans with one overwhelming sentiment: White has got to go. Enough is enough. Caitlin Clark plays peacemaker as Coach Stephanie White's frustrations boil over. While the chaotic final play was the lasting image of the loss, a moment in the second quarter perfectly captured the simmering tension of the night. As the game's physicality ramped up, Coach White's frustration with the officiating reached a boiling point. She stormed down the sideline to confront a referee, her anger palpable. But before she could get a technical foul, her injured superstar, Caitlin Clark, stepped in from the bench, physically grabbing her coach and pulling her back from the brink. It was a stunning role reversal. Last season, the team famously formed a Caitlin Clark de-escalation committee to keep their fiery rookie from clashing with the refs. Now, Clark was the one playing peacemaker, managing her coach's emotions and the post-game presser. White didn't hold back, confirming the source of her anger and giving context to the sideline outburst. "I think there's a double standard in how people get their calls," she fumed. "I think Kelsey Mitchell is held or chucked on every freaking possession and never gets a call. I think Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiated post player in the league. She never gets a call." White's frustration was likely amplified by a controversial play late in the second quarter. With the game tied, Wings star Paige Bueckers drove to the basket and went down, clutching her head. The dramatic nature of the fall immediately sparked a firestorm online, with fans renewing allegations that the rookie engages in foul baiting. This isn't a new accusation in this rivalry. In fact, a previous game was marred by a lopsided free throw count that had fans crying foul, SO. In a rivalry where every whistle is dissected, Bueckers' fall was seen by many not as an injury scare, but as another attempt to work the officials, adding another layer of tension to a pressure cooker season for the Fever. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Got a question, opinion, or suggestion? Drop a comment below. I read all of them, and I often feature interesting ones in my next videos. And most importantly, for more exclusive boxing highlights and celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps us grow and keep bringing you awesome content. See you in the next video. Stay safe and take care.